Welcome to another edition of McReynolds Rundown. I am Larry McReynolds, and we are coming off an exciting race at New Hampshire Motor Speedway last weekend, race number 22 of this 2021 season. The drama, the storylines, it did not let us down, with Aric Almirola stealing that win and getting his first win of 2021. So, the topic with that win by Aric Almirola this past weekend, is it still possible to have over 16 winners before the playoffs? So what happens if we have more than 16 winners this season? How is the playoff grid determined then? Well, it's very possible, because right now we have 13 drivers that's won. We have 4 more races in the regular season, and we have 3 slots that are still open. Now, the one little caveat, Denny Hamlin, even though he's not won, he still is the regular season points leader, and one of those 16 spots is held for the regular season points leader. So what if we have more than 16 winners then? So the multiple winners, they all are locked in. If you think about Kyle Larson, you think about Alex Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, they're all locked in. Again, the regular season points leader, they're going to get one of the spots. Then we go to all these single race winners. And the tiebreaker would be, of those single race winners, whoever's highest in the points. So right now, of all of our winners, Aric Almirola, if we get to more than 16, he would be the odd man out, because he's the lowest driver in the points. So these next 4 races, 2 road courses, Michigan, Daytona is the regular season finale. It's going to get interesting all the way up to the checkered flag in that final race. So our next topic, with the lack of traction compound this past weekend, an exciting race at Loudon, New Hampshire, is it time to consider eliminating traction compound from some racetracks? You know, I could make a case either way on this. I'm for whatever we have to do to have good racing. And I'm not totally convinced, if traction compound had been put down at Loudon, if the racing would have been just as good. I think there was a little bit of remnants from the traction compound still there. I still think it helps the racing at Bristol Motor Speedway. I'm maybe not completely convinced about Texas Motor Speedway, Charlotte Motor Speedway. The sad part about it, the only way you would ever know is not use it. So do we want to run that risk? But I think after what we did see at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, that probably ISC, SMI, that runs a lot of these racetracks, they probably are taking a long, hard look. Do we need it for the next trip to one of these racetracks? So our final topic, should NASCAR start adding lights to more racetracks to avoid situations where the race was shortened, like this past Sunday at New Hampshire Motor Speedway? You know, one thing I do like that Fox and NBC are doing here in 2021, we are going with more consistent start times, somewhere around 3 to 3:30 p.m. Eastern time. It's like become appointment TV on Sunday to watch these cup races. But there are some tracks we go to, like Loudon, New Hampshire, that we do not have lights, and there's just no cushion if we have weather like we had this past Sunday. Our red flag for that one little rain shower was only about an hour and a half, but it put us where we just were almost too late to get that race in. In fact, we came up 8 laps shy of the full scheduled distance. So maybe when we do go to a track like Loudon, New Hampshire, putting lights in, that's pretty expensive, especially when you're a track that only has one race weekend like Loudon. Maybe we need to look at backing that time up about an hour just to have that little additional cushion for a lengthy red flag. This is my favorite part of the McReynolds Rundown. It's where I answer a fan's question. Now, this week's question comes from Peter Forsberg from Las Vegas, Nevada. With Aric Almirola having a difficult season, being 27th in points going into Sunday's race, should NASCAR make a rule to not award drivers with a disappointing season a playoff spot with a single win? Peter, I hate to disappoint you, but that's what I love about the structure of our point system. It rewards winning. You know, in the regular season, no matter how bad or how good a season that you've had, if you can find victory lane on just one race weekend, you will be part of the playoffs. And I guess the biggest thing, what determines a disappointing season? Is it 20th or lower in points? Is it 25th or lower? So I think that's the biggest thing, is determining what a disappointing season is. But I love this. We saw Chris Buescher a few years ago get that win at Pocono for Front Row Motorsports, way down in points. And yesterday, this past weekend, Aric Almirola, He only had 2 top 10s going into the race on Sunday. He gets the win, and now he's part of the playoff. And again, we love these questions. Keep those questions coming. Fans, be sure to tag at NASCAR on Fox on Twitter using the hashtag McReynolds Rundown. Now, we've got a couple of weeks off from NASCAR for the Tokyo Summer Olympics, but the McReynolds Rundown, we never take any time off. We will be back next week, so you have a great week. We'll see you next time.
For more great NASCAR on Fox content, subscribe to our channel. It's somewhere right around here.